fourth team foul on the Magic. Rockets over the limit. Olajuwon lost his footing. And it's a traveling violation.
Good call. Akeem, normally the master of footwork and balance. Usually when he hits somebody, the other guy falls down. But you bump into Shaq and you feel like you run into a wall.
Actually, he stepped on Brian Shaw's foot, who came down to double team. That's how he lost his footing.
50 seconds left in the fourth. The Magic with the ball and a three-point lead. Shot clock at 10. Hardaway. Rebounded by Grant. Huge offensive rebound for Horace Grant, who has controlled the boards. 30 seconds left in the fourth. And the shot clock now at 12. Shaw for three. Rebound handled by Hardaway. Another Orlando offensive rebound. Houston must foul right here. Now the foul call with 10.5 seconds to go. Alon Ori.
Well, this is why you need rebounding, and Hakeem Olajuwon, one of the best rebounders in the league, only has 4 in this game. He was actually walking the other way. It looked like the smallest player on the floor, Kenny Smith, had reached inside position. He couldn't handle it, but the Rockets have hurt themselves on both boards.
Nick Anderson making his first appearance at the line, usually a dependable free throw shooter. The Magic with all kinds of difficulties at the line this season, particularly in fourth quarters. Today, though, Orlando 12 of 15 at the line. And Anderson missing on both, but gets to the rebound and again draws the foul. 7 seconds remaining. Drexler picks up the foul, and Anderson, a 70% free throw shooter, will shoot 2 more.
Well, everybody flat-footed, and Mario Elie came inside, but just stabbing at it. And the Magic get a huge break here after 2 Nick Anderson misses. He'll get another chance.
How can you expect to win an NBA Finals game if you cannot get a defensive rebound off a long bomb 3 after no inside post-up, and then you can't get a rebound after a really top player like Nick Anderson misses 2 free throws? Houston shooting themselves in the foot.
Well, rebounding has been a problem for them, well, even when they had Otis Thorpe. But especially after the trade, Rudy Tomjanovich said, well, we're not a good rebounding team anyway. They were going to do it by committee. And another miss by Nick Anderson.
Well, the 3 to make 4 rule,
that's in effect, I believe, yes. And he misses 4 straight. The Rockets take a timeout with 5 6/10 seconds remaining. And Houston has 1 full timeout remaining, plus a 20. Orlando with 2 and a 20. We'll be back in a moment.
Well, Nick Anderson had just missed 2. Penny Hardaway can't even look because he knows Nick is struggling. And now this is where the mind really starts to play tricks. You've missed 3 in a row. You want to make sure you just get it up there, and it's too hard off the back iron. And the reaction of Nick Anderson, knowing that if he had just made 1 of those, it would have given the Magic a hammerlock on this game.
All right, Elie throws it for Smith, looking for the 3. He's been on fire and hits. He's tied the game at 110 with 1 6/10 seconds remaining. And that is an NBA Finals record for Kenny Smith. That's his 7th from downtown.
Usually with this much time, you want to try to get it inside and pass it back out. But Kenny Smith says, forget it. I got us here. I'm going to take us 1 more step, get this to overtime, but there's still plenty of time for Orlando, as they learned in the Indiana series the hard way.
The Magic and the Rockets are tied at 110. What a night for Kenny Smith. 23 points in all. Rudy T giving the sign for the 3. He's seen many of them tonight. We'll be back after this from your local station. 1 6/10 seconds remaining. The game tied at 110. And the 4 consecutive missed free throws by Nick Anderson, so costly, leading to the three-point shot by Kenny Smith. Brian Shaw will throw it in. Here's Scott. Dennis Scott blocked by Robert Horry. At the buzzer, we head to overtime. 10 seconds remaining. Again, Scott, this time able to inbound, comes back to Scott. 3, and he's tied the game at 1:18. The Rockets call for time with 5 seconds remaining. Dennis Scott hitting his second from downtown. Orlando had missed its previous 7 three-pointers.
And that's why we agree with one another, especially when the fans put into Shaquille O'Neal. He is the easiest outlet here, wide open, but the most dangerous player on the floor generally with this much time left is the inbound passer. Stepped in, loaded up. Dennis has not been shooting well in this game, but he got a good look at this one to knock down the clutch 3.
Well, look how soft Houston's defense is. Nobody guarding Dennis Scott.
And a delay of game taken as Orlando wanted to look over the alignment.
It's usually for the man underneath the basket, Drexler.
Drexler puts the ball on Anderson. Drexler with the finger roll, the tip by Olajuwon. The Rockets lead 3/10 of a second remaining, and a timeout called. Timeout taken by Orlando. What a tip by Hakeem Olajuwon.
Well, Drexler was the man, and he just drops his head and driving it hard to the basket. And what happens here?
Now short of the basket, and that will do it. The Houston Rockets, in a come-from-behind effort, continue to win on the road. The tip by Hakeem Olajuwon, the game winner. Hakeem finished with 31 points. And for Houston, their 6th consecutive road win and their 8th road win of this playoff season. In overtime, the Rockets win it. Let's go to Hannah Storm. Hannah?